What is going on, everyone? I'm M10 and welcome to a Money in the Bank review video. A bit different to what we normally do, but we are going to give it a try on PPV, see how you like it. And alongside me tonight, I am going to be joined by Mr Killz115.
The face of his streams and now his YouTube.
Yes, without a face as well. Hey. Right, we are going to go match by match, ladies and gentlemen. Go through each match, how we think it went, how we thought they could have done better. And we're going to start the show with the history-making women's Money in the Bank match. You see the picture there. Tamina, Carmella, Charlotte, Becky and Natalya. What did you think?
The whole match itself, I think could have been a lot better. I think there could have been more and better spots, like what a traditional ladder match would have.
Yeah.
Overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was well put together, and other than every other person, I liked the ending. I thought the ending was very, very smart.
I think it was a really solid match. Like we said, it was... They're not going to do as many spots, but there was some spots with the ladders. They used the ladders not just as to climb it. They actually used it as weapons. I think there was a lot less botches than I thought. I think they were really in control of what they were doing. I'm going to disagree with you on the finish. In terms of storyline mode, it was a really good finish because it builds Carmella's heel character as a wimpy heel. It also opens up with Daniel Bryan coming back on Tuesday. He tweeted that he will resolve it. But I feel just for the women, having their first ever Money in the Bank match decided by a man, it's just a bit...
But it technically wasn't won by a man because he's not in the match, okay? It's using your resources to your advantage. She used Ellsworth to her advantage.
I get that there was no DQ, but however, it just leaves a bit of a salty taste in my mouth. But really solid opening match to the pay-per-view, and we'll see where we go from here. I am going to go back to one point on that later though, because I do feel something should have happened later on because of what was tweeted, but we'll get to that later. I think you're going to think the same thing as well.
I'm going to think the exact same thing.
Okay, up next we have the Usos defending the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship against the New Day. And what do you think of this one?
This was another match of, hey, look, Martin jokingly got it right. I really enjoyed this match for one solid reason. Every pinfall, you didn't know whether that was it or not. It was just such a good match. I thought both teams put a hell of an effort. There was one spot in it I thought was so funny is when Kofi jumped to him on the outside. He literally was just like, "Take me."
Oh, the trust.
Just did nothing but throw himself back. I just laughed my head off at that. I thought it was a very good match. You didn't know whether the Usos were going to retain or the New Day were going to just get it because each pinfall was just like, oh my god. But Usos winning by countout, I think that is very good for their characters. I think I couldn't believe I predicted another match to end the exact way I said it right. I think that's good for the Usos as well. I didn't want to see New Day as tag champions because Usos are doing great.
Yeah, I actually picked this on stream on Sunday to be my match of the night. And although I don't think it was match of the night, like I say, solid tag team match. Both teams looking extremely strong. Like you say, so many false finishes where if either team had won the titles on this, you wouldn't have disgruntled it. You would have actually said, you know, they earned it. But like you, I did not want to see New Day with the titles. I think the Usos are strong, heels, relevant for a change. And like you say, the match was really good. The only thing I didn't like, about the ending, I get the heel cowards run away. For me, New Day just roll in and out. Just break up the count. Send one to get the Usos back, and then the other just keeps rolling in and out, break the count.
I agree with that.
There's certain things like that. They're literally sat on the apron, watching them walk away, and they're stood still. Just chase them. Get one to stay in, get one to chase it. Just little things like that. It's like, it'd be such an original, clever booking. And I think tag titles, just walking away, it's just lazy booking in this day and age.
I think one bad thing about that was they did that directly after the women's Money in the Bank.
Yeah, it was
scandal.
Yeah, I think it was. Are we going to get a clean finish at any time tonight?
So to have two controversial wins was a bad idea to have them back to back. If they did that later on the night, would have been fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's back to back, I think that might have been a problem.
Yeah, I think it was the theme of tonight, wasn't it? Really, just could have done it
controversial.
Different. Yeah. Which leads us to our next match, the SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Naomi defending against Lana in her first match. Singles match.
Second.
Yes. What did you think of this?
There was not really much to say about this. I think Lana still could develop a bit more. It was just kind of all over the place. The only real highlight of the whole match was, the only reason it's not up there with as one of the most boring matches is when Carmella came out and you're all there, oh my god, is she going to cash in? That's kind of what kept it going for me.
Yeah, I honestly, I think it showed Lana's flaws, which was a bit unfair on her throwing into the spotlight this early. I didn't get the screaming. That really took away from what she was doing. I enjoyed her moveset. I don't think she performed badly in the ring. I just think her character lacked overall. And I think that doesn't help putting her with Naomi, who I feel is quite quick in the ring and sometimes too quick. So I think putting them together wasn't the best idea. Put her with someone like Natalya or something like that, I think she would have been a lot more calm and better performing. But like you, the Carmella cash-in, when she came out, I think she came out at the wrong time. I think there could have been a bit more where one of them was really, really damaged, or maybe the match was getting towards the close. It basically set up a Lana-Carmella feud, because she cost Lana the match in the end. But
it did.
With the tweet going out from Daniel Bryan, Carmella would have seen that tweet. So for me, it was
that's what I was thinking.
She has to cash in here, otherwise she's going to lose the briefcase.
I thought as soon as she came out, she's like, the smart thing here is, right, I'm not guaranteed I'm going to have this on Tuesday.
Yeah. Cash in now.
I'm going to cash this in now, and I don't care. They can't take it off me. I'm the champion. That's that.
You can't take the belt off me. I cashed in. And that's the only way I could have seen it. It would have been really smart on her character as a heel as well to really do that. But it makes you think she isn't losing the briefcase. It makes you think maybe there may be a briefcase match. I can't see them repeating a whole Money in the Bank match.
No, I think they'll just maybe make her defend it in a 5-way one more time.
Yeah. So up next, we haven't got a poster for this one, but there was a Vice Files earlier on in the show where Breezango's attackers would reveal themselves later on in a tag team match. And those turned out to be the Forgotten Ascension. Tyler Breeze, Fandango versus the Ascension. What did you think of this one?
Is it just me, or has Connor put on a lot of weight?
I didn't notice it. He's always been a big guy. I didn't really notice he put on extra weight.
I know, but he just looked a lot bigger than normal. This match was just kind of a... I don't know. It was just kind of a last minute put together. I didn't really... to me, it just kind of... It was meh.
I think it was a lose-lose situation, wasn't it? It was if you make Breezango lose, they lose heat. If you make Ascension lose, then it's where Ascension are. They're just irrelevant.
Yeah, I think it was just more of a, hey, ladder match is coming up, go to the bathroom and get your drinks now.
And it's really frustrating because the Ascension was so strong in NXT. They were brilliant in NXT. And they've just not had any transition on the main roster. They've had no momentum, they've had no heat, they've really had nothing. The one time, and we discussed this, didn't we, when American Alpha were pretty much absolutely destroyed and they came out and they still couldn't beat the American Alpha. The Ascension for me just needs to, something needs to be pressed reset on them.
I agree. Yeah. It's just been such a bad time for them.
Having them disappear for a while and then come out on a pay-per-view like that and then still lose, it's just doesn't sit well. So, up next, we had the WWE Championship match, Jinder Mahal versus the Viper Randy Orton. Now, what do you think of this one?
I'm not joking, right? The father fell asleep. I went to the bathroom for the whole match.
Wow. That's a big.
It was just flat out. It was just flat out boring. I had no interest. I went in, I watched the start of it, and I was like, then I just started to slowly fall asleep, and I was just like, yeah, I can't. This match is so boring. Like, it was even the one. It was the match that made. It was just such a boring match, in my opinion.
The thing was, with the legends being introduced beforehand, it was always obvious they were going to be involved, and the Singh brothers were going to be involved with them. And it's just, when they grabbed Ric Flair standing up, clenching his fist, just hit him. You don't need Randy to get involved. And Randy, as a veteran now, should be smart enough to not be caught out like that. Again, it was just really poor booking. You didn't want Orton to lose clean. You made Mahal look strong in the match. I'll give him that. He had a lot of offense. But then it was very just weak finish. Orton gets his comeuppance. He smashes the Singh brothers around, rolls in the ring, bang, done.
It was just a poor match, in my opinion. It's the one match of the night that the only match where I just had no interest and was just slowly falling asleep for the whole match.
But did you expect anything else?
Not really,
exactly.
no.
That's the thing. These two just... I can't buy Randy Orton as the American hero because he's never had that character. He's never been that character. He kills legends. He doesn't make them. And him against Mahal with a whole USA versus India thing just doesn't work for me. I wasn't invested.
Like I said, I can't get behind Jinder as champion just for the simple fact I'm still a firm believer in build the character up with wins and then give him the title shot. Jinder, job done Raw, won 2 matches SmackDown, he's the champion. Not good. Not good at all.
Land of opportunity, fair enough, but no. When there's people waiting, we have Rusev. Where is Rusev? And I just don't buy it. It was just it's a weak storyline, which led to a weak match, which has led to a weak finish, and the way it's finished probably means it isn't done, which just leads to more weakness everywhere.
Yeah.
And then we had our main event, the men's Money in the Bank match. AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin, and not starting versus Nakamura, but later on Nakamura did make an appearance. So what did you think of this?
Very, very good in my opinion. I was watching it, not falling asleep at all through the whole match. Very, very solid out of match. Like you said, Nakamura was not at the very beginning of the match, which I think is good. That kind of protects his character. For Corbin to be the one to attack him, great, because obviously that's his heel character. That's what it's all about, taking the opportunity and not caring what anybody else thinks. Lots of good spots. Absolutely amazing. The Nakamura AJ Styles standoff was just my god, great. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when Corbin was there setting the ladder and Nakamura's theme hit, I was like, no, Corbin, you get up that ladder. Get up that ladder.
I just thought to myself, why are you waiting? it's a long ramp. Just get up the ladder.
And when Nakamura was there, like, killing shots at everyone, I was like, don't give it to him. He's just not ready for it. And AJ Styles on their side, and they stare down, and you knew as well. Like, they moved the ladder just so they could have this moment. I thought, that's great. That's just great.
I just see that photo of them standing off is just everyone's cover photo at the minute. It's just perfectly positioned.
Only thing, right? WWE, this is the only thing we want now. We want Styles Nakamura. You've teased it now. We want it.
I don't want it till WrestleMania, though. I want them to not touch each other until Mania.
Well, I think schedule a match for SummerSlam and then have something happen where it's not able to go ahead.
Yeah. I think that's your WrestleMania main event right there. It's insane. Just do it. Just there.
Corbin winning, great. I've said it for so long. Corbin is at that stage now where his character is literally made for the briefcase. He's, in my opinion, he's like Edge. He's the kind of character that will look for the ultimate opportunity to cash in, take his spot and become the WWE champion. Like, a lot of people are saying no, Sami Zayn deserves it. Again, like Mahal, Sami Zayn's just been poorly booked. He needs to, as I said before, giving him that big championship spot, put him to the US title division or something, have him build up there, then move him on, and maybe in a year's time give him Money in the Bank. But as for now, Corbin winning is a big plus on my end.
I always think a heel works better as Money in the Bank, just because it is that opportune moment when a babyface or even a heel is out, and for a babyface to capture that moment, it doesn't really work as well. Can't really see many babyface cash-ins when you think about it. It's mainly heels, and that's the way it works.
One thing though, at the very end when Corbin had won, you even saw in his eyes, Sami Zayn was like, right,
brilliantly sold it.
Something needs to change.
The last time I've seen that intensity and that much expression on her face was Dillinger in NXT. Remember the Fatal 4-Way? The 4-Way elimination, sorry. When he lost to Bobby, the look on his face. And that, you know, it might be the start of an edgier Sami, because something does need to change in that character. That character is stale, that character has been poorly booked, and something does need to change with him. But overall, Money in the Bank for me was a really good ladder match. I think, like you say, it was solid. I thought Corbin's winning this hands down. I picked Corbin, he was my man. Like you say, really good incentive with the attacking Nakamura. And then once Nakamura came out, that had me, I don't know who's winning this. And for them to do that in this day and age is really impressive. Where I literally thought AJ was winning it, and I said he had no chance of winning it because he didn't need it. And, you know, Sami and Nakamura was just rolling through everyone with knees everywhere. So, a really solid match, really good finishes, and then, like you say, Baron Corbin to pick up the win. It's made for his character, it's made for his moments, and the bit on Talking Smack with Jinder is just, his character is such a true good heel. So overall, Money in the Bank, in the books, first ever women's match, history made. A lot of false finishes. What do you grade it overall, Martin?
Overall, going by, you know, literally I guessed every match right. I predicted every match right. I think I have to give it a 7.5. It would be higher because I actually really enjoyed the show itself. But the Randy Jinder match, it was just so boring, and it nearly had me going to sleep. It was that bad. The Tyler Breeze, Fandango Ascension, that match was, again, like I said, just take a drink or toilet break. But I have to give it a 7.5. A lot of things could have been done differently, but we'll have to see what happens on SmackDown.
Exactly. Overall I enjoyed the matches. I just didn't enjoy the bookings. Not necessarily who won, but how they won. That's what annoyed me. There was a lot of lazy finishes, which I think could have been done better, could have been done different. And with people that weren't on the show, that could have been on the show to build storylines, I think they could have maybe tweaked their finishes. But overall, like you say, really solid performances. I think everyone was on fire again. I think SmackDown talent really does bring it to these pay-per-views. It just left a bit of feeling overall, but like I give it a 7 out of 10. So we're on about the same page. So like I say, just look forward to see where they go tonight on SmackDown. So that is it, guys. Money in the Bank review done. I'd like to thank Mr Killz115 for joining me on this.
No problem.
And let us know in the comments, guys, what you thought of Money in the Bank. What your best match was, what's your worst match, who did you think should have been done different, and let me know also if you do like these review videos, because, you know, we're not opposed to doing them for every pay-per-view. I know Martin watches pay-per-views passionately. I try and watch them the day after, unless it's one of the big ones and I get to stay up due to work commitments, but if we get good feedback on this, we'll do these more often, guys. So the power is in your hands. If you like them, let me know in the comments, but don't forget, subscribe to the channel, give a massive thumbs up on the video, follow Martin's YouTube channel, Mr Killz115. Is it youtube.com/Killz115?
Yes, it is. Yeah. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter @Killz115. I will see you in 3 weeks for the great Balls of Fire.
That's it, guys. Don't forget, from me, you're all perfect ends.